some call it cockiness, some call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Ducks will kick it away to start. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Hansen. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
He goes out of bounds right on the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
Running backs are wide receivers. They're doing such a great job nowadays out of the backfield. All you got to do, dump it to him. Get it to him quick, and he'll make the rest happen with his running back skills. But they do so much work with wide receivers in practice that they basically have become wide receivers.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Quick strike complete. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting his defense on alert early.
Got enough for the first. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that Midwest lifestyle, but when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level. You're going to get great offensive linemen, great running backs, so it's not a surprise that they're usually a physical unit.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to pass. It's Sayin. Makes the grab. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. A great catch and run for 6. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes. This is a gamble. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time, they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and attack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got it in the middle, it's Moore. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Taking it the other way. He's at the 40.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. Here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And the Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Gets it out fast. Oh, he's got some space. Got some room into the goal line. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Here he comes. This is a gamble. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Hang on, Swoopy, the Buckeye crowd alive on third down. That's caught. It's Napier. At the 45 on his way. Lots of running room. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
Man, it's nice to have a weapon like that. A receiver playing running back. A guy that you feel so comfortable with that you can slip him out of the backfield, let him run that angle. He sticks his foot in the ground, creates separation, and makes a big...
Sneaks it in.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Ducks! And they turn it into a defensive score.
Man, linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Quick completion on the out. There he goes. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Quarterback making checks. To throw, it's Sayin. Using the quick game. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But, yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
Rolling right and going deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
And the offense stays on the field on 4th and 1. I'm not sure they're just breaks into the open. A very productive run gets it inside the 40, all the way down to the 38-yard line. That's the mindset of this entire offense. They're not going to let you off the hook just because it's 4th and 1.
And that running back, he wanted the ball too. You could see there right after the third down play, looking at his sideline saying, give me the ball, I want to go get this. I'm going to make a play for my team, and he comes through big time. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Makes the grab, it's Smith. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble.
You start to get that offense going and start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. On the move, it's Peoples. To the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
The coaches told us in pregame that they love this back's mixture of speed and power. Listen, he's not the power back all the time, but he's moving so fast that it's hard to get him to the ground.
To the air, it's Sayin. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they take it in for 6 more points. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy time and time again trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. Powers through. Touchdown, Buckeyes! All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Leaves it with the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Ohio State. The defense gets it done with a huge interception return. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take the touchback. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's caught. Off to the races. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Oregon!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it. And now, turning it on! He has the first and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Yeah, and There you go again. Ohio State bringing the ground game. They typically do that, Reese. That's pretty normal.
They've built their entire program around it. Archie Griffin, two-time Heisman Trophy winner. You go back to Hopalong Cassidy. I mean, the Buckeyes love to run the ball, no matter how many times they spin the magic beat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. Bought a little time, lets it go. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Second down coming up. Dropping back, it's Sayin. He's going for a big play downfield. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Got some room to run. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Here comes the option. The pitch. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. They'll use the running game on first and goal. That's a really nice job by this defense, maintaining outside leverage and knocking him down behind the line.
And I think a lot of times on offense, you start to get first and goal. People are like, why do you run outside? You run outside because you want DBs to have to tackle. But they did a good job stringing this play out, not letting it get downhill and making the tackle on first down.
And the D denied him on second and goal. Tight end finds a soft spot. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
As a defense, I don't want anything going north and south. Nice job by the defense. Understanding that, playing really strong, really stout. The ball starts to bounce now and go back.
Touchdown, Ducks! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Scanning the field, it's Sayin. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Shotgun snap on third down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sauer. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back. The give to the back. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. They get to him as he throws. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They'll move the wide receiver. He uncorks a bullet to the right.
And those are tough passes. When you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines, it's a longer throw for the quarterback to make. And I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
This one's complete. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. Looking to throw, it's Sayed. The short hands, it's Smith. He makes a little bit of headway and is pushed out of bounds at the 43.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
The Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Grab near the marker. It's Smith. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking for the end zone. This is picked off in the end zone, but the officials are saying he was out of bounds. Just an incomplete pass and a huge break for the offense. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he's stopped at the 14. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first. Oh, he's got some space. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. It's not just a dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just in the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
Moore will throw. Under fire. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And this offense has to do a better job protecting the quarterback. They're already down 2 possessions. You know the pass has to come at some point, but they got to keep him clean. They can't get behind the sticks consistently. They've got to start to narrow this gap.
Now a lot of work to do do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got his man quickly. And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle. It's 1st down from back at their own 24-yard line. Trying to get the corner. There he goes. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because, Paul, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to throw. It's Sayin. On the run, still looking. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You got a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. Good timing on the quick out. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Buckeyes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the 2nd half. You're damn.
Beck's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
And he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
And here he comes out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Bringing it back. Goes out of bounds at the 13, and man, is this offense set up now.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense... force a turnover, and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. To the air, it's Sayin. It's complete to the right. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game. and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Off the RPO, complete. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the stomping has commenced.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point splits the uprights. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Running to the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Smith wants to throw. Starting to feel a little pressure. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
The Ducks will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Now on the return. Makes a move. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Here we go. Looking to fire. Showing the arm strength to the left. Just about had another one picked off. They have been way too reckless with the football, throwing it away 3 times already.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches, so I don't mind him taking another shot there.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
No good. And guys, this will stay a 24-point game. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. And those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the 3rd quarter. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these 2 guys. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They go back to work in the final period of this one. He leaves it with his back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Ready to stay ahead of the chains.
Finds his man. It's Casper. Nice move. Creates some space. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Oregon!
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
Snagged in the middle. It's Moore. He gets into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. It's a 2-possession game, so there's still a chance. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Back to pass, it's Sayin. Bringing the heat. He's open on the right. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. Big play to start this drive, and they're already out at the 48. It's first down. Looking downfield on first down. Gets rid of it. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Second down, he'll throw it. Takes a hit as he fires. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's low. Looking for more room. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense.
Well, you're down 2 possessions. The defense knows you're going to take shots, so it's not going to be easy. But how about that explosive play and a 50-50 ball? Guy comes down with it, and that is perfect. You've got to score quick and get the ball back quickly here to win this game.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on second down and goal?
Going to swing it on second down. Looking for the goal line.
Nice job by the defense forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. A fourth-quarter field goal down by this much adds a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown on fourth and goal. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. The Buckeyes are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. The give as they work on that clock. Breaks into the open. Past the 50. The 40. The 20. Touchdown Buckeyes. And the pummeling has started. They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
That's the kind of play that might happen only one time in your life if you're lucky. It's like a hole-in-one in golf. Pollock, a 99-yard touchdown run.
When you get almost 100 yards on the day, you're happy. But when you get it on one carry, it's even better. They give it to him. Once he gets past that second level, no one catches him all the way to the house. 99 yards.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There will be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Ducks want to crank the tempo.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all...
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Lofts one high and deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. To the air, it's Sayin. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Peoples. Touchdown, Ohio State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Looks like he's going to bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. From the gun. Give on the inside. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Pulls it in. It's low. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. The Ducks come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Moore. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Moore. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. The Ducks with the 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we've got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Throws toward the end zone. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing on concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Looking for a huge play. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've
Heel off one deep down the left side. Ball's incomplete, and that'll do it from here.